I'm Goo.
And I'm Mac.
And we are the Mac and Goo program. We bring you friendship, this time for the 600th time.
Yeah, we are the Mac and Goo duo. And
Yeah.
for the 600th time, we are bringing you absolute nonsense today, which is when arguably we're at our best and worst simultaneously. And today, in honor of Mac ampersand Goo, in honor of Mac AND Goo, we are bringing you the best duos. That's
yes,
right.
a draft of
duos.
the best duos. And if you are saying to yourself, wait a second, this says episode, 418. Add up the news dumps and just look at our feed, and it'll tell you right there 600 episodes. If you want to add in the 6-packs and some other crap that we did, then yes, we have more. But
yeah,
let's just look at our feed. Yes.
Goo.
Like the Energizer Bunnies.
Goo, describe to the people how we do drafts here on the Mac and Goo program.
So one of us will draft first.
Yes, yeah.
Then the other person will draft, and then
second
we'll flip
and
it
third
and reverse it.
Yeah.
And
Is your
Serpentine.
If you got a big let me
search it. When are we getting Missy Elliott on the show?
Great question, Goo. Great question. Do you want me to flip again for first overall pick here?
Yes, flip overall. And what I'll be doing, while you're flipping, is I'll be describing what we're doing. We're drafting duos. So this could be...
What side of the coin do you want here? I have a little chip with a logo, one with letters.
Give me the logo.
Logo.
So duos, this could be food, actors, characters in a movie or television show, musical duos. It doesn't matter. Just... two things at once.
Letters.
So Mac is picking first. If he chooses to,
I'm going to take the back-to-backs again. I'm going to go second and third.
Okay, you're going to second and third, so I'll be picking first.
Yep.
And just a little heads up to how I will be drafting or how I look at great duos. I look at it as much of a 50-50 as possible. Once you go like 60-40 beyond there, that's not as much a duo as just one great character and someone that tags along.
Oh, so you're not like a hero sidekick type of duo guy.
I'm not a big Batman and Robin, so if you want to save that till the end, go right ahead.
I got you on that. My definition of a duo is something when someone names it, says the two things, you're like, fuck. Yeah, you're right. Those two things do go together well. It's one of those things you're like, shit, I really do love those two things together. That's how I'm thinking about these things here.
So once again, in honor of Mac and Goo, let's take a draft.
How many rounds?
10 rounds.
10 rounds.
I could do 20 if you want to do 20.
We'll see where we're at after 10.
Okay, so open-ended rounds. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
And now time for what you've all been waiting for. The year right now when the streets are paved with gold. We don't want no dead hoofers, only ducky shine crackers. A fuddy-duddy may do, but no gobbledygook. Only the best of the best will be taken in the draft, but not just any old draft. It's the Mac and Goo draft.
And with the first overall pick in the duo draft, that could be 20 rounds. It might be 10 rounds. We don't know yet.
We're not sure.
I'll be taking Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Wow, Han and Chewie off the rip. Honestly, nothing I can say bad about that pick. It's a great pick. One of the top, I would say humans, because Chewie's not a human, but one of the top character duos for sure in the history
I think it
of the
is
world.
the top character duo possible.
Yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna totally argue that, Goo. I respect that pick. It was in the top 3 of my character duos for sure. So I respect.
I didn't want to swing and miss on this. I did not want a chance you getting them with that 2-3.
And Goo, what's nice about the Han and Chewie situation too, the dynamic is how good of foils they are for each other, right? Han's this strapping, not quite young lad, but this rock star type character, and Chewie's like Steady Eddie, the one that keeps him even. Very nice.
And their family.
There you go. There you go. Goo, with the number 2 overall pick here to close out the first round, and the first pick of my back-to-backs here, I'm taking a nice day and a cold beer, Goo. To me, greatest thing in the world. You can't beat it. A super nice day, maybe 77, a slight breeze, 81, a slight breeze, and a frosty beverage from your favorite beverage maker.
All right, we're going 20 rounds. It's decided. Max pick is a nice day in a beer. First overall.
You
There
can't
we
beat
go.
it. Best
Okay.
thing on the planet. Goo, a nice day and a cold drink is undefeated. Never lost a fight. With that in mind, Goo, I'm gonna go here, what I think might be the best. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than real people. The best real person duo of all time. Give me Jordan and Pippen at number
Ooh.
3 overall.
So that kind of goes against what I just said of the 50-50, maybe 60-40, because that's more like 65-35. Not to put Scotty down.
Jordan and
MJ's
Pippen,
the
Goo,
GOAT.
6 championships. Neither could win one without the other, and to me, that
That's
makes the
debatable.
essence of a duo.
Debatable, but that's fine.
Jordan and Pippen.
Get this, not on my list. You could have got him
Huh.
in like the 10th round.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but like I just said, now we are going 20 rounds because Mac has opened a whole can of worms that I am really interested in. With my second pick, I will be going with, I believe, the best rap duo of all time, and that is Outkast.
Okay. Yep. I like that.
Andre
Great duo.
3000, Big Boy.
Great duo. Great duo. I'm not gonna I can't talk bad about that. That's for sure. It's a great pick.
And I can't say that they're the best musical duo of all time because with my next pick, the swing around, give me John Lennon and Paul McCartney. And what I like about this, they also kind of hated each other.
Yeah, that's why they're not that
Animosity,
great of a duo.
baby.
Not that great of a duo in my mind. What they produced was great, but
Yeah.
them as a duo didn't like each other.
Yeah,
Didn't like
that's
each other.
fine.
Goo. So I don't think that.
Completely fine.
I don't
we
think that
hate
constitutes
each other, and we
I
have
don't think that
600
constitutes
episodes.
a good duo, Goo. You wouldn't want to hang out with John and Paul.
I definitely want to hang out with John. I mean, no offense to John, but he seems like a real prick.
Well,
Paul, maybe.
Yeah, Paul's gonna do some drugs. I mean, they're all gonna do some drugs, but John's
We're all
going to
do some drugs.
John's gonna do some drugs and then preach to you. That's
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't want to be preached.
think that's a great pick. I'm not gonna lie.
But we're
First one,
not doing this to hang out with. We're not drafting duos.
You don't
to
know
hang
that.
out with.
I'm doing this however I want to do.
Oh, how do we win this?
However, I'm gonna win no matter what. But however
Okay,
you
so that's
wanna-
how we win this. Mac wins no
that's how you
matter
make
what.
the rules here.
Okay, so we're
Do
3
whatever
rounds
the fuck
in.
you
Go
want to
ahead.
do. All right. So to me, for back-to-backs after you just took John and Paul, Goo, I don't think you can beat. And speaking of music here with your last 2 picks, an incredible set list and a leisurely long car drive. A nice car drive through the
We're
mountains.
doing 40
maybe.
rounds. Fuck it. Let's go.
If you got nowhere to be, if you're just going for a nice ride, clear your thoughts, you toss on a great playlist depending on your mood, and you just drive. Windows down, nice breeze in your hair. How do you beat that, Gil?
I think we interpreted this differently.
I would say we did. Because I'm out ahead by
Fourth
a mile
round.
right
Fourth
now.
round. Let's
Out
go.
ahead by a
Let's
mile.
go.
And Gil, we all know me. I'm a fan of sleep. I like to put my head down on the pillow quite often. A third of your life, maybe, give or take.
I agree. It's a third of your life spend on betting.
Well, yeah. But when it comes to sleep, can you beat a cold pillow in a rainstorm outside, Goo? Can you beat that?
Are
Some nice
you writing a
ambient
fucking
noise.
country song right now? What is
can't-
happening?
You can't beat a cold pillow and the
Your
sound of
picks
rain
are
outside your
literally
window.
the lyrics to a country song.
You
All
cannot
of your
beat it.
picks.
Cold pillow, rain hitting the window. There it is. 4th overall.
All right, I got back-to-backs here. I'm going to go with maybe your favorite combo. I'm going
Ooh.
to take it right up from underneath you.
Uh-oh.
And that is movies and a popcorn.
Oh, good one, Goo. Good one. I like
Yes.
movies and specifically movie theater
A
popcorn.
nice bucket of popcorn.
is a great combo. You know what? That's the first pick I'm jealous of, Goo.
And you
That's a
know
good
what?
pick.
Nothing better than when you get there and it's actually fresh. Like,
Yep.
you got to get there in the afternoon because once you hit like 7 or 8, it's old popcorn. It's still delicious, but not quite as good.
There have been times where I've been at the theater, especially the smaller ones where they don't make as big of batches, where
Mhm.
I'll wait. I'll let people go ahead of me if I know they're
rotate
going to
around,
make new
babe.
popcorn. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll wait.
And I think the best combo to go with that duo, so the duo to top this duo, that's
what?
a lot of topping and whatnot.
Sure.
Give me Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets.
All right. Statler and Waldorf to Goo there. That's a pick. That's for sure.
And they make you feel like a piece of shit.
I feel like all your duos aren't fun to hang out with. Well, Outcast.
We're
is fun to hang
not
out with.
doing fun to hang out with
You don't-
duos.
Maybe I am. Look how much fun I'm having with my beers and my rain and my pillows.
All right.
All right, Goo. Let me get some characters here. You got a couple characters. I want to get some fictional characters. I allowed you more or less to take Han and Chewie because Goo, give me Rocket and Groot, the
That's a
more
good one,
fun
yeah.
bunch of the two. However, definitely the more dangerous bunch of the two.
Okay. That's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad.
Well, Rocket and Groot, I'm not going to put them down, but they're essentially just another version of Han and Chewie.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got it in the 5th. You took yours first overall. Fucking value.
ROI.
Goo, I would be remiss if at this point I didn't draft the staple of my diet, cheese and bread, Goo. I'm taking cheese and bread here
Bread.
in the 6th round.
Oh my.
I just don't think you can beat that combo. That allows you to get obviously pizza, which is maybe the
No.
best food on the
This is
planet.
not. No. This is you eating
cheese and
a
bread.
nice baguette and cheese, which is
Cheese.
delicious,
No,
but
no,
you cannot
no.
claim pizza.
No one says how you're putting the cheese and bread together, but it's a duo, cheese and bread here in the 6th.
Well, back to me.
Yeah, what'd you take in the 5th?
I took Statler and Waldorf in the 5th.
Right.
So with the 6th round pick, I will be going with maybe the greatest young comedic duo of all time. They were on a sketch show. They had their own show, and that is Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel. All right. Yeah, we have really thought this list differently. Keenan and Kel. All right, Keenan and Kel to Goo.
Kel loves orange soda.
Yeah, I would have said maybe Kel and Orange Soda is a better duo, but what are you going to do?
It's not a Beto duo.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so off of that pick from the 90s,
Kick flip off of Keenan and Kel.
I will now go with maybe the greatest entrepreneurs from the 90s.
Oh,
And twins, the Olsen twins.
the Olsen twins. See, now that's a good pick right there, Goo. I like that. The Olsen twins. Is there any thought to them getting diminished now that Lizzie is clearly the best Olsen?
No, because just think back. Like, first off, they're still living off their 90s money, which is nuts.
Sure.
But just think back to, for the entire 10 years, was there a more unstoppable duo?
Possibly not, unless you consider Jordan and Pippen. Bang.
I would love
bang.
to see an NBA Jams because 3 of them are not in NBA Jams, the Olsen twins and Jordan. You put them on the court together, fuck around and get a triple-double.
Any concern at all here that by drafting both Olsen twins, you may get caught up in a murder mystery that you want no part of?
Well, here's the whole thing there, Mac, is that if there is a murder mystery, they're going to solve it.
Oh, good point, Goo. Good point.
Yeah. So
So if you're into solving murder mysteries, Olsen twins, great pick there from Goo. Goo,
yes,
what is that, 7th rounder for me
7th
here.
round for you. We're going to go 25 rounds, by the way, guys. We're flying through this.
My second favorite combination of foods. I'm going to take this before you, Ken, which maybe you would never take it. Bacon and eggs, Goo. Got to get bacon and
That
eggs.
is a good one.
It's the top breakfast
Yeah.
duo combo I think you can get. And it's just a staple of pretty much every American's household diet. You can't say anything bad about bacon and eggs. That's for sure.
I agree. And really, you could do bacon with a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. I figured, well, I got cheese and bread, but I considered like eggs and cheese. Cheese and anything really as well can go together. Now I'm in a tough spot here, Goo, considering that you haven't touched like any of my top 15. So
We don't
This
have any of the same fucking things on our papers.
Gil, you know what? I don't know. This ties into sort of a nice day and a cold drink. I'm going to wrap it back together here, sort of the end of your nice day with that cold drink.
Yeah.
When you're on vacation, is there anything better than an outdoor shower? Vacation and an outdoor shower here in the 8th round.
Fuck it. You might have just won the draft. The outdoor shower, and specifically, like, as it starts to get a little bit chilly.
Oh, yeah. Slight breeze, so you got to stay under the water to keep you
Yeah.
a little warm. Yep. It's the
Yeah.
best.
Wow. Okay. So we are in the 8th round here, and you've been taking foods. I will take a food as well, and I will be going with peanut butter. Wait for it. ... And chocolate.
Oh, okay. If you went peanut butter and jelly there, you might have lost the draft. I can respect peanut butter and chocolate. It just what the mixture, and are you going? So here we talked about it,
Go
Goo,
ahead. Go
a week
ahead.
a week or two ago. I prefer if I'm just eating peanut butter in general, maybe in a sandwich, the
Mhm.
crunchy kind. But
Yeah.
as a dip, if we're using peanut butter and chocolate as in more of a dip form, I think I'd go smooth.
Here's the whole thing here is you can have these two together in any possible way. It could be the shittiest peanut butter and the shittiest chocolate, and it's still delicious.
Yeah, it's a dynamite. I mean, the Reese's is pretty much the top selling candy every year because of said combination there. Good pick, Goo.
Boom.
Good pick.
There goes the dynamite, baby. My pick here in the 9th round, I'll be going with, and you mentioned earlier, solving crimes. How about another crime-solving duo? Chip and Dale.
Rescue Rangers. That's a good one. That is a good pick. Rescue Rangers. So yeah, if you if you if you're looking to solve a crime, I think Goo's got this draft wrapped up. That's for sure. We've
Yep.
got Rescue Rangers, the Olsen twins. Hell, Keenan and Kel might be able to help. Statler
I mean,
and
they would add some
Waldorf
hijinks to it, really? But
Statler
yeah,
and Waldorf can commentate the whole thing.
while
That's
eating popcorn at the movie theaters.
wow, look at that. So you're
I'm
just
painting
building
a picture.
you're just building a theater show, I suppose, with your duos there. All
Have
right.
we agreed on 20 rounds or 25?
Let's I'd still be okay with 10. Let's do 15.
Well,
15.
let's go 20. We're only at 19 minutes right now.
20 is a lot.
I
dude.
have a lot here.
20 is a lot. I don't feel like drafting 20. I'll put
That's
it
too
that way.
bad because we are now. Because
All
I
right, I'm gonna
suggested
stop with-
30, so let's split the difference.
I'm going to stop at 15. You can draft 16 through
Fine,
20.
let's do 15. That's okay. I'm not going to draft against myself.
Well, I mean, that would be pretty funny to watch. Goo, you just took an animated pair. I'm going to take an animated pair here. Give me SpongeBob and Patrick. I like my duos to be enjoyable, to be able to hang out with. SpongeBob and Patrick, the kings of hijinks.
Yes. Now, I do think that's a little bit like Jordan and Pippin, little SpongeBob heavy.
Come on. No.
But-
Patrick is the star.
Well,
His
Starfish.
name. Patrick is the star of that duo, no doubt.
I disagree with that completely.
Oh, Patrick is way funnier than SpongeBob is.
SpongeBob is the anchor of that show. Without him, you cannot call it SpongeBob.
Well, I suppose that's true, but Patrick is still funny nonetheless.
You must feel so stupid right now.
All right. So I do think that this is the point where I would have considered a musical duo like John and Paul. I think he took them too early. But they are probably, other than Outkast, the top duo on the board. So I'm gonna swerve here, Goo, and stick with my fun-loving times. And there's a bit of a hippie pick here, Goo. Unprotected sex and birth control, Goo. I don't know if there's a better combination.
Wait,
one
hold
likes
on. Unprotected sex and birth control?
yes, no one likes using condoms. So if
I
you're
thought you meant
using-
birth control, like in the general sense of like a condom could be birth
No.
control.
So any birth control but a condom and unprotected sex. I don't know on a base level if there is a greater pleasure on this planet.
I guess you're right. Back to me, I suppose.
Back to you.
After you took SpongeBob and Patrick and unprotected sex.
And unprotected sex there back to back in the 9 and 10.
Okay, so I'll be going with another food here, and I'll be going with burgers and fries.
Burgers and fries was number 4. Sorry. Oh no, number 3 on my food board. I think that's a good pick. The old
That was
American
my
pick. of
10th
burgers
round.
and
It's
fries.
delicious. I'm American.
I think that's a good pick.
Can't beat that. And with my next one, I'm going to go a little off the board. And I think one of the more enjoyable duos that we saw on television, and that is Eric Matthews and Mr. Feeney.
Oh, okay. All right. And this is exactly why we're stopping at 15, because now we're getting to the thinned out duos here. I don't think
Well,
this
no,
is a great duo.
I got stronger ones here. I just want these two, especially the latter seasons. Looking at 6 and 7, it is just Eric and Feeney. That's the show.
Okay. No, that's fair. It's a fair pick. I don't mind it at all. It's just there's a reason why I wanted to do 15 rounds. Goo!
Yeah.
For my 11th round pick here, I think I'm gonna go with a pick for the and now this is a little bit hypocritical because it's what I said about John and Paul, but I think in the 11th it's a little more manageable here. A duo that doesn't really like each other here, Goo. Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie for the kids are our Saturday morning, or just our every morning.
I
sort
think
of
Ernie
programming.
likes Bert. Bert doesn't like Ernie.
Yeah, it's a one-sided relationship for sure, but it's an iconic one-sided relationship. We all love Bert and Ernie, even though Bert's a real curmudgeon. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let me get let me get here video games and Mountain Dew in the 12th. Playing some
Okay.
late night video games, smashing some Mountain Dew. Now, it's not necessarily a lifelong habit, but there was a point in time where video games and Mountain Dew were probably two of the 5 most important things in my life.
Let me kickflip off of that little Christ air. I'll be going with milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies is a good one, Goo. Good pick here in the 12th. Wow, that's a real good pick. Strong pick in the 12th.
Especially, you give me some Oreos, give me some milk. I'll just toss 100 in there and just scoop them out and just eat them all soggy.
See, I don't like them when they get too soggy, though. I know that's sort of
I
your
could eat
method.
them any kind,
Yeah,
any
you
way.
You basically turn yours into a mush, a
I
cereal.
do like mush.
More or
I
less.
like mush.
I respect that, but it's not my style.
All right, this is tough now. We are moving on to the 13th round, and I will take the gruesome twosome. Really, once you added this one character to the show, it evened out the other one. Give me Frank Reynolds and Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
Frank, if you were to select a duo from that show, I think that's the duo. I don't love it, though, because I think it's so necessary to have the other 3 characters.
Oh, I agree.
So I don't love that as a duo pick.
Added a whole new wrinkle to the show.
Oh boy, here, Goo. I'm gonna go here with my 13th round pick. I'm gonna go Doc and Marty from Back to the Future. Doc and Marty you can have endless adventures with, and all sorts of hijinks, all sorts of fun gadgets created by the Doc. And I think
Dark.
you could define the 80s as Doc and Marty. You know, they dominated the 80s.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good pick. I actually had them pretty high up my list, and I kind of circled around them, and I crossed them out by accident.
In the 14th round here, and I want to grab them before you get a chance with your back-to-backs to end the draft here. I thought you might take them higher. This is just simply a spite pick here. Shrek and Donkey. Get on over to me in the 14th.
You can have them, man.
What do you mean?
That's a spite pick. What are you doing?
Spite pick. Who doesn't love a spite pick?
I'm not a huge fan of that. You know who
No?
I am a huge fan of? And speaking of Mike Myers,
Ooh.
how about Wayne and Garth?
I mean, if you want to talk about a 70-30 relationship, there it is right there.
Oh, no way. Both of them are great. Both of them, they hold their own in different ways.
I think you can make that argument for every duo then.
Swing.
Back-to-back Mike Myers picks here on the program.
Is that my 14th?
That was 14, so this is your last pick of the draft.
Oh, my God. What am I going to do? Oh, wow. I don't know, actually. This is tough. The easy pick for the olds, I'll go with Kirk and Spock from Star Trek.
Kirk and Spock. Okay. Wow. Look at you playing the Star
Captain,
Trek.
First
folks.
Commander.
Oh, that is a total play for the internet, you fucking
It is.
asshole.
Hey, I saved it for my last pick. This is ROI.
Okay. All right.
I
guess
don't
that's
love the pick. I'll tell you right now.
You know what you would have had there was Shrek and Donkey if I didn't take them.
I wasn't going to take Shrek and Donkey.
Who could prove that? Who could
Ready?
prove that?
I'm making waffles as Donkey.
Good. There's some thought here for me to end the draft with the parody of Doc and Marty, Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm also not going to take Holmes and Watson, pretty much because that Will Ferrell movie ruined that combination.
Yeah.
I would also like to give much respect to many others here, but I'll take our final pick, and then we can run through honorable mentions here. Goo, to play along with my theme here of having a good time, is there a better time in the world than hanging out, shooting the shit with your friends, right? Laughs and friends here in the
Where
15th.
you going?
Goo.
Where you
Laughs and
going?
friends.
Yeah. Oh, it's just laughs and friends. I thought
Laughs
you were
and
gonna
friends. That's
dot. Here are the people I'm thinking about taking.
So Goo, you'll recall this. One of the greatest times in my life was the 90 minutes that you and I spent in the theater with 13 other 15, 16, 17-year-olds when we saw Borat for the first time in the theater.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm trying to encapsulate here with laughs and friends.
Okay.
Honorable
right.
mention here, Goo. You start.
Yes. So before we read off our lists, our 15-round list, I could have gone 30 more rounds. But some of the honorable mentions, I took Eric and Feeney earlier. Corey and Sean might have been a more logical pick.
Fair. That's a good honorable
But they also got kind of boring by the end. Drake and Josh, anybody?
Oh, good one.
I never thought
Great
it'd
theme
be
song.
so simple,
Great
but
theme song.
I found
a way. I found a way.
Peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah, I considered more peanut butter things, but once you took a peanut butter, I didn't want to necessarily, Christ air off of that.
We had a bunch of musical picks, and one that we did not take was Tenacious D.
Tenacious D is a good combination. I also considered Hall & Oates, Simon and Garfunkel.
Yep. Simon and Garfunkel.
Good duos there.
We mentioned John Lennon and Paul McCartney earlier, two people that kind of hate each other, but they work so well. How about Woody and Buzz Lightyear?
Woody and Buzz, I did consider, but you're right. They don't really like each other, and you might want some of the outside toys to help out there, but an honorable mention nonetheless.
One I thought that you might take is Tequila and Lime.
Not a big tequila guy. I did have it on my list. If we went to 25 rounds, that probably gets selected here. Tequila is growing on me. I'm not going to lie. A lot of my friends drink tequila, and so just by virtue of that, I end up drinking a lot of tequila, but I don't really love Tequila and Lime. 3
animated in a row here. Pinky and the Brain. You mentioned Rick and Morty. And maybe one that definitely should have been taken is Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, but to me, Tom and Jerry, they're iconic, but I don't know if they're actually a good duo, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't want to take Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Same idea. Shaggy and Scoob is another one that definitely could have been drafted here. Frodo and Samwise from the Lord of the Rings trilogy was another possibility I had on the list here. I'm surprised you didn't take this one, Goo. We talked about Batman and Robin. We both didn't care for that, but Mario and Luigi, I thought might be on the table for you since you have watched the movie now 4 times in the last month.
But that's kind of one-sided. That's like 75-25.
Yeah, I guess it's a Mario dominant relationship there.
Another one that I thought that you would have taken because you love it is mashed potatoes and gravy.
I thought you were going to say masturbation, to which I would have said yes. I don't know what you pair that with, though.
Pornography.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I should have taken in the 15th right there. Yep. Yeah. Mashed and gravy, though. Pretty good. That's a good combination.
Musical artist, White Stripes.
Yeah. Jack White and...
Little 70-30, 75-25 on that.
What is the sister's name?
Meg White. Or
Meg,
ex-wife.
Right.
Ex-wife.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I thought they were brother and sister for 20 years.
Harry and Lloyd.
Harry and Lloyd's not bad. That's not
Thelma
bad.
and Louise.
Thelma and Louise was in consideration. I also felt like I'd have a hard time justifying Thelma and Louise since they killed themselves.
Romy and Michelle.
Romy and Michelle's a good one. That would have been a good 90s Goo pick right there.
Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega.
That's an iconic one for sure. Yep.
Dante and Randall.
Another iconic one in the Goo household.
One I thought that you would take as you love Friends is Joey and Chandler.
I actually considered Ross and Rachel. I'm not going to lie. They're at the bottom.
I wasn't done. Ross and Rachel.
Okay.
I wasn't done. Phoebe and Joey. I wasn't done. Phoebe and Monica. I wasn't done. Monica and Chandler. I wasn't done. Rachel and Joey.
Goo, I considered also Corey and Topanga, as well as
I tried to leave lovers off of it.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I did consider them. Goo, some final foods here I had because body built by baloney over here. Chicken and waffles I considered here late. That's sort of a newer combo that we've really come upon the last 10, 20 years in society here, or at least it's been popular.
I'm not going to come upon any of those chickens and waffles.
Peanut butter and fluff, of course. We talked about peanut butter. French toast and syrup. I felt like I didn't want to double down on the breakfast foods, though. I already had bacon and eggs. And then Goo, a classic, a Sunday dinner classic, spaghetti and meatballs, specifically made by your grandmother. It's always the best.
We also didn't take Key and Peele.
Key and Peele, good one. That is a good one.
Oh, I have one last one here. Mac and Goo.
Okay. Yeah. A good honorable mention for sure. Good honorable
I think
mention.
we went like 40 rounds. We would have eventually gotten there.
Mark and Drew probably would have went above them.
My duo team, Keenan and Kel, Outcast, Han Solo and Chewie, Eric Matthews and Mr. Feeney, Chip and Dale, Chocolate and Peanut Butter, Statler and Waldorf, Movies and Popcorn, the Olsen Twins, and Twins, Burgers and Fries, Kirk and Spock, Frank and Charlie from It's Always Sunny, John Lennon and Paul McCartney, Milk and Cookies, and Wayne and Garth.
I think your steal of the draft to me is clearly Milk and Cookies. Great pick in the 12th round there. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Goo.
Yeah.
My list of duos here. A nice day and a cold drink. Can't beat it. Jordan and Pippen, 6-0 in the finals. Music and a nice long car drive. Can't beat that either. A cold pillow and the sound of rain on your window. Rocket and Groot. Goo. Cheese and bread. Delicious. Bacon and eggs. Delicious. When you're on vacation, an outdoor shower. Who can beat that? SpongeBob and Patrick. Goo. Again, maybe the single greatest pleasure on earth. Unprotected sex with birth control by any other means than a condom. Bert and Ernie, following up unprotected sex. Video games and Mountain Dew. Doc and Marty, Shrek and Donkey, and of course, who doesn't love hanging out with friends and having a laugh?
So head over to social media and let us know who won that duo draft. Oh, hi, it's Goo from the Mac and Goo Movie Club. If you like what you just saw, you can find full episodes of our program on Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Stitcher, CastBox, iHeartRadio, or wherever podcasts are found. And now it's time for girls jumping on trampolines.